Nearly 10 years after Outrageous Fortune first hit our screens, we're about to go right back to the beginning. We're going to see who Ted and Rita really were, what happened in the 70s, and how did we get to where we are now in Outrageous Fortune. My name's Kyle Wadsworth, and this is Inside Westside.
It was the year 2005 when TV3 first introduced us to the Wests, a family from West Auckland with a propensity for petty crime. After Wolf is sentenced to 4 years in prison, his wife Cheryl decides that it's time to put an end to their history of thieving and turn the clan into respectable citizens, a decision that is met with much resistance from their twin sons Van and Jethro, daughters Pascal and Loretta, and Wolf's dad, Ted. The story that unfolded over 6 seasons and 107 episodes captured the hearts and minds of New Zealanders and became one of the country's most loved local TV series. Every season, except season 5, grew its average audience, culminating in a series finale in 2010 that drew an average audience of more than 725,000 viewers, taking the average for the entire 6th season to more than 500,000 per episode. Outrageous Fortune had become so profoundly a part of New Zealand culture that it even spawned a museum exhibition that ran for 4.5 months. Cast from the show have gone on to international roles, with Grant Bowler currently starring in Sci-Fi's Defiance and Anthony Starr in the Cinemax series Banshee. In 2011, Frank Whitten, the actor who played the senile ex-safecracker Ted West, passed away after a battle with cancer. It is his character that he portrayed so brilliantly that the new Outrageous Fortune prequel centers around. In the 1970s, Ted West was a career safecracker. He was part of a gang that included Phineas O'Driscoll, Lefty Munro, Bert Thompson, and Bilky. Lefty Munro died during the 3rd season of Outrageous Fortune, and at his wake we met his wife Nairi for the first time, during which Ted made a discovery about the infamous Smith & Coe job.
Glad you could join us.
Oh shit.
Cheryl. Nairi. I'm sorry for your loss. Missed you at the service. Well, I was held up at work. Ted spoke beautifully.
I better go sign the fucking book.
What?
It was him, wasn't it?
Grandpa, what the
The truck. The fucking truck, he took it.
I've no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, you do, you bitch. Tell me what happened to the fucking truck.
What? Truck?
The horses were for Rita and they were on that truck. Tell me, you evil bitch.
Now, one thing we know from Outrageous Fortune about the 1970s is the great Smith & Coe cock-up.
Believing that Lefty was the one responsible for his incarceration and the disappearance of the South African gold, Ted explained his version of events.
It was a thing of beauty, the Smith & Coe job. It wasn't Smith & Coe's we were robbing, you know.
Yeah, I know. You went through the wall to get to the jewellers next door.
Beautiful.
But you got caught before you opened the safe.
Yeah.
What?
You're the one with the smarts in the family, figure it out.
You did open the safe, but you wanted it to look like you didn't. What was in the safe?
The jeweller was this South African prick who lived on the shore. He had these mates in Pretoria. Even in 1970, they knew they were fucked. So they started shifting their assets overseas to their mate, the jeweller. They smuggled in thousands of the bastards.
Thousands of what?
Krugerrands, little ounces of gold.
But there was nothing about stolen gold when you guys got arrested.
They weren't meant to be there. Can't report something stolen when it doesn't exist.
So what happened to them?
We parked the truck out the back, loaded the gold, went back in to make it look like the Popsy safe had defeated me. Came back outside, the bloody truck was gone. Then the pigs arrived.
What have the bloody China horses got to do with anything?
He figured since we're in Smith & Coe's, we might as well do our Christmas shopping. Rita had her eyes on those horses when we were casing the joint. They were in the truck when it disappeared.
The mystery of the missing Krugerrands resulted in a hunt by Cheryl, but other than one coin, the whereabouts of the gold remains a mystery. Ted's wife Rita died before the stories of outrageous fortune began, but her granddaughter Loretta was regularly referred to as
the living image of her.
I love Grandpa.
I love you too, Rita.
I'm not Rita.
You are her.
So you keep saying.
Oh, but you are.
After playing Rita in some home video footage, Antonia Preble returns to the world of the Wests to once again play Loretta's grandmother in Westside. We know from Outrageous that Rita had a bastard son while Ted was in prison for the Smith & Coe job, which he'd also played a role in. Rita had been the love of his life until Ted realised what she'd been up to. So what really happened at the Smith & Coe job? And whatever happened to all those Krugerrands?
So that's us. But Westside starts on Sunday, 31st of May at 8:30 PM on 3. So grab your old brown and I will see you then.